Namaskaram, everyone. Maitreya started narrating the story of creation to Vidura. He started with the story of Adivaraha. As soon as he was born, Swayambhu Manu approached his father and said, "Please command me as to what I should do, and I will obey you." Brahma was pleased with the words of his son and told him that the work of creation should be continued. "I will do it, my lord," said Manu. "But please indicate to me the spot where my creations are to live. I am prepared to take the task of creation, but earth has been submerged during the great deluge. She is now in the Netherlands. If you can get her back, I will be able to do what you wish." Brahma was nonplussed, and he thought to himself, "How is the earth to be brought up out of the nether world? How is the work of creation to take place? Narayana, you commanded me to create, and it is up to you to help me to solve this problem." He thought of Narayana. As he was absorbed in meditation, all of a sudden, out of his nostrils jumped out a tiny boar the size of a fingernail. From the moment it was born, it assumed immense proportions. All those who were watching it realized it was Narayana himself, who had donned the form of a boar to raise the earth from below. The boar set up a roar which resounded in all directions, and it thrilled the hearts of the onlookers. There rose up a great cry from them, and they all sang together the praises of the Lord. Sniffing the air around him, sniffing the surface of the waters, the magnificent boar entered the ocean suddenly. So terrible and so sudden was the plunge that the ocean was heaving, unable to bear the burden. Swimming and running inside the water, the boar reached the bottom, and there he found the earth. Raising it on his tusks, the boar began to rise up. His progress upwards and towards the surface of the ocean was slow. An asura tried to stop his progress, but he was killed. The Varaha then continued his uninterrupted progress. Sanaka and his brothers, Brahma, Marichi and his brothers, were all waiting with bated breath. Even as they were looking, they saw Mother Earth emerge from the water, and the Varaha was bearing it on his tusks. He placed the earth on the dents formed by his hoofs, and Brahma with the others praised him in his glory. They said, "You are the Lord of Lords, who is worshipped by all men in the form of Yajna. Your form is made up of the 4 Vedas. We salute Narayana, who has assumed the form of Varaha. Your skin is made up of Gayatri and the other Chandas. The hair on your body is named Barhis. Your eyes are Ajya. The right by the name Chaturhotra is made up of your legs. It is not given to everyone to see this sacred form of yours." Then they compared each individual part of his body to an essential for performing the yajna. This divine form of the boar was Lord Narayana himself. "Yajnyango Yajnavahanaha," says the Vishnu Sahasranama. And they continued, "We are grateful to you. This earth lifted by you on your tusk looks beautiful. She is like a lotus bud, lifted aloft on the trunk of an elephant. We salute you and thank you for restoring to us the earth, the foundation on which the entire creation has to rest. We salute you and your wife, Mother Earth. Because of the drops of water which you have scattered around you, the heavens have become purified. The spots where your hair has been shed have become holy, fit places for performing yajnas. We pray that your kind, benevolent eyes will ever rest on us. The Lord paused for a while, listening to their words, and vanished from their sight. Vidura intervened and said to sage Maitreya, "My lord, it is thrilling to hear about this ancient incident. But please tell me, who was this Asura? I have heard that Narayana in the form of a boar killed an Asura by the name Hiranyaksha. This must be he. Tell me how it came about that the Lord himself appeared to kill a mere Asura." Maitreya said, "O Vidura, we have to travel a long distance back to trace the story of Hiranyaksha." And saying so, Maitreya continued his narration to Vidura. Hari Om.